The name of the town, sweet on my tongue. The hill my way home I struggled to pedal up. The river of the park down, past our garden with the cherries so sour, and parking lot my dad taught me to drive his car at. The stones I once slipped on in 2005 and dried in the sun just so that my mom wouldn't know I'd run down to the water with friends twice my age, even if I wasn't allowed to go. Once depressing floor, postered walls, with a band I once adored most that saved me from dark nights with no stars to gaze at from the damp towel on my balcony ground. Damp from tears, from hurt, from being so exhausted of years wasted in the corner of my room by the wardrobe grown ugly from generations of kids with my last name that I now miss because the wardrobe in my bedroom now was here when I moved in. The paper on my walls isn't torn from childless mischiefs. This one is ripped from the same old gum I used to stick up the posters I could never let go of. I still have the same CD player that doesn't sound the same, but not the TV with 2 channels and tapes recorded with my childhood favorite films. Curtains I once had wrapped up in my mouth and paid sometimes God. My teddy bear I got the day I was born with one ear bitten off and mud from when I dropped it in a puddle from a plum tree in my grandma's old greenhouse. What hurts most is I no longer hear the laughter once shared on the couch with my dad when he still came back to us. And for days we wouldn't let go of the deck of cards he brought home from a funky British gift store the first time around. I'm getting our golden dog. She's 12 tomorrow. A cat with a 3-colored nose who passed too soon. Our iris dog who matched the autumn leaves, and a cat with a name we forget who I pet when I'd rather be nowhere at all. I moved too young, too dumb to sniff my sheets and remember the smell. I said goodbye too quick. The moving van was nearing the end of its shift. I don't even remember the voice of my first love sounding from our pixelated video calls that stretched out till the sun rose up yet again. In my new apartment, the sun never wakes me up and the moon lets me sleep. And when I return, I notice the new curtains hung up in my old kitchen from which you could cook and watch the evening news on a living room TV. And when I'm there, another car is parked in my mom's place, and I can't hear the kids' shouts from playground behind my house, and the scribbles on the bricks of my house are painted over, and I can't run down the stairs to say hello to my grandma now gone, and I somehow, sometimes, even miss the tears streaming down my cheeks when my parents argued on the other side of the wall, and the orange light peeked from beneath the door while my 3 brothers were sound asleep. Most of all, I miss feeling at home. And when I go back to that same old street with everything changed, I feel like I never actually left. Like back then. Like I never took a step past the apartment 15th door.